Hey there, welcome to my very simple but effective release ceremony. This is very simple how I've set it up. This is just my bag of healing stones and metals and helper guides. Singing bowl, which I will play for us. So this is the day after the full moon, and this bowl was made during, only hammered and made during a full moon. So it took anywhere between 8 and 12 full moon cycles to create the bowl, and some of that depended on if it was overcast. That full moon wasn't applicable, wasn't helpful. So it's got a pretty lovely sound. So I use the singing bowl to help me set the space and the tone, and to ground myself, to bring myself present. And the sage over here in the shell, the sage right here is for purification. And this I'm going to put in the fire, this piece of sage here, this one right here. So I'm going to take that out of there, and we're going to put that in the fire because I built a fire. So this is a fire release ceremony. It's definitely not one of my better fires, but it will work. I thought I'd do it in the hibachi instead of making a big old fire. Side note, this hibachi was my grandmother's hibachi. So, cleansing and release. May this ceremony give me back my energy, return everyone else's energy, and return us again to our own full sovereign divine beingness. And whatever it is that you need to release, we're in that stage of the season now in winter. We did our resting and our relaxing, our rejuvenating. So we're rethinking right now. We're reimagining moving forward. And before we do that, we want to release everything that we're holding on to that doesn't serve us any longer, that isn't in alignment with what we're creating moving forward, with the garden, the inner garden, and the outer garden, if you will. How you are building it and moving it forward. So just releasing everything to the fire, to the earth, because as the fire turns into ash, returns to Mother Earth and feeds the soil, and begins a cycle again of growth, demise, probably better to say release of the old, release of what we've learned, and letting go of any of the baggage of holding on. That's what's going on for me right now. I'm coming up to needing to release something big. And I just knew that incorporating ceremony, ritual, specific, special time to sort through, releasing the contracts and agreements and clearing karma sticks and any cords or attachments or relations that no longer serve, releasing it all. And what's so fun, when we release it back to the universal life force energy, and it just becomes inert and blends right back in. So the only reason it has an effect on us is because we're holding on to it. Thus, the release. So just allow yourself a moment to let those things go, to intend for all the things that no longer serve this new creation as we move forward into the spring, into the growth time of the year, into the yang seasons of the year, spring and summer, right? We talked about that earlier. Just releasing. And by releasing, and like we've been talking about open loops, that's what this is for me. This is a big open loop I'm releasing. Releasing and closing, and letting go, and honoring, having gratitude for it, and opening up into the next while I walk away from what it used to be. So in a moment, I'm going to end this video, but feel free to stay in this space of gratitude, of release, of letting go. Allowing yourself, ourselves, space so that we can nourish the new growth, that which we seek to unfold, unleash, if you will, into the next growing season. I love that. Thanks for stopping by. Good to have you. May your heart be full and your mind be empty until you decide to fill it up. Blessings.